Hi, my name is Melissa, and my journey started about 3 years ago. In fact, it started much longer, much before that. I was a competitive soccer player for most of my life. I played varsity soccer 5 to 7 days a week up to until my second year of university. That's when I decided that I needed to put leave my soccer dream. I realized I wasn't going to play pro and focus on my school and focus on my future. But what I didn't realize is that by quitting soccer, I was pretty much ending my health and fitness journey, and I no longer put myself first. I didn't train, I didn't eat well, and I started this battle that I had with myself that lasted for 8 years. And that's a really long time for someone in their 20s, especially, to be in a rut. So I don't want that for anybody. So I hope that my story inspires you to take action. So fast forward through it all. I was chronically sick. Every single month I was sick. The stress of school, stress of exams. I got strep throat about 3 to 5 times a year. I was sick with a cold every single month. But every time doctors tested me, and they tested me for everything, they kept saying I was healthy, that my white blood count was fine and everything was fine, and they couldn't figure out why I was sick all the time. And I also, through that, I started experiencing a lot more stress and anxiety, and I had a major depressive episode in university as well. So a lot of things that were eating up on my system, and I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't looking after myself. I wasn't taking care of my mind, my body, and my spirit. So fast forward, you can tell, you know, if you're not treating yourself well, that this pattern is just going to continue, and it did for 8 years. And it got to a point that was so bad. I was at work one day and my hand went numb, and the numbness started spreading through my arm, and of course I started to get a little worried and get a little panicked. And so I called the telehealth, and they asked me to get to the hospital as soon as possible, and I wasn't sure if I could make it to the hospital by myself because I didn't know what was going on with my body. So they called me an ambulance. And to be in your 20s and get an ambulance to your work because your arm is going numb is as scary as ever. So I spent about 12 hours in the hospital, and they tested me for everything. My aunt has MS, so of course that's where the doctor's minds went to, where my mind went to. And so that started a screening and testing to see if I was also having MS, because I had a lot of MS symptoms similar to MS. But everything came back fine. A year later, test still came back fine. My neurologist didn't really know what was up. He tested me for other things like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, other autoimmune disorders that would mimic symptoms of MS, but every single time it came back fine. So frustrated beyond belief, because I don't know what's going on with my body. I'm sick every single month. I have this numbness that's now in my back as well, that comes and goes. It was scary, and I was fed up. I was tired. And one day I came across the opportunity to participate in a group just like this, in a health and fitness challenge. And having failed at everything, and I tried home DVDs, I tried stupid equipment that you buy, like the ab crunching machine and those leg things. I thought, if I had all this stuff at home, maybe I would do it. I tried gym passes. I bought annual gym passes thinking if I was to spend $1,000 it would make me commit. I went 5 times. I tried getting back into soccer. I tried playing recreationally. I tried running groups. I tried everything, but nothing worked. And when everything was going downhill, and I was like, you know what, enough is enough, and I'm not truly happy. I'm not healthy, and I'm young, and I want to have a family, and I want to be able to enjoy my time and be happy with my family. I need to do something about this. So when I came across this opportunity, I thought, you know what, maybe this is it. Having that community, having that support system, having a group of people, just like I had my teammates, maybe that was what I was going to finally need to commit to my health and fitness again. And so I got started. I hesitated, of course. I was scared of spending any more money because I tried everything and I failed, and it was a waste of money. And so I get it when people are afraid to invest that money, and I didn't have an extra penny to my name. We were paying our entire mortgage and our bills on my income, because my husband was a full-time student, and so I didn't have anything to spare. But I was like, enough is enough. I'm tired, so I need to commit, and I need to make a change. And so I invested the money. I invested in myself, and I was like, I'm not failing this. For once, in my life, I am not failing this. This is going to work. And from that day, I pushed play every single day for the entire duration of that program. It was 8 weeks. It was Focus T25. And as hard as it was, I had to modify for 4 weeks, which I found super embarrassing being an athlete, that I had to modify. But everyone starts at their own pace. Everyone has their own journey to go through. And I showed up every day and I drank my Shakeology, and it was crazy. The feelings that I started feeling, the energies that I started having within that first week. Don't get me wrong, I was aching in pain for the first week because I was using muscles I hadn't used in God knows how long. It had been, like I said, over 8 years since I really worked out. But I just felt better, and I started feeling more alive. And within a couple months, I didn't get a cold, and I was like, wow, can this be a coincidence? It was in October, so it was Christmas time, so it was like the time when everyone else was getting sick, and for the first time in 8 years, I wasn't sick in a month, in 2 months, and the months kept passing by, and it went on for 2-3 years, and I barely got a cold anymore, no more strep throat. The numbness started going away, and it was just like, oh, I felt like a whole different person, and I felt like myself again. The person that I think I was supposed to feel, because I honestly didn't know like who I was for the longest time, because I was so sick in terms of my body and my mental health. Like, it takes a huge toll on you when you have that level of stress going through your system. But everything, the group, the program, Shakeology, helped control my stress levels, which inevitably, as my stress levels started disappearing and I was getting active again and I was fueling myself properly, because I was spending all this money in investing in the Shakeology and investing in the program that I wanted to commit to the nutrition, and I wasn't tempted to eat all the crap I was eating before. I used to literally buy every single morning a breakfast sandwich and a latte before work, even though I had breakfast before I left, my healthy breakfast before I left, and I still bought that stuff. But now that I was having my Shakeology, I didn't want that anymore. I didn't have the cravings for it. I didn't have the cravings for chocolate, so it was easier for me to stick to eating well and stick to feeling my body right. And I just started feeling better and better, and I didn't think I could have I didn't think I was going to have a big physical transformation, because I still felt like I was always a slim person, but I actually did. I lost 16 pounds in my first 8 weeks. I toned up big time. I felt stronger, and literally every new program that I tried got me stronger and stronger physically and mentally. And it wouldn't have happened if I didn't find this group, and if I didn't find a group, like a team to be part of again, to motivate and support me along the journey, because it's a roller coaster. I failed at programs, I got back and tried another program, and I recommitted to myself. So that's my story, long and fast, super fast forward. I then got pregnant when we got the all clear that it was not MS and it was okay, and we felt comfortable moving forward and trying to conceive. We were very blessed to get pregnant right away, and we had a beautiful, healthy little boy who is the love of our life. And I honestly don't think that would have happened if it wasn't for getting my health and fitness back on track. I'm sorry, I said I was going to cry to myself. But we now have our little Charlie, and thanks to the community and the support and everything, the lifestyle that I had built up during my pregnancy, I was able to maintain a healthy weight throughout my pregnancy. I was put on bed rest at 30 weeks. And for someone that was back to being active again and knew what it was like to be active, it sucked to be put on bed rest for 10 weeks. But I was not going to compromise anything, and I followed doctor's orders. But it did mean that I was more tired. I could barely even just walk without being exhausted. But I knew I'd done it before. I could do it again. And I did. And I got back. I did 21-day fix after my pregnancy, after the 6-week wait. It was actually 9 weeks before I started. And I lost most of my baby weight. Within 2 rounds, I had dropped over 30 pounds of weight. And I was feeling strong again. And I had this beautiful little boy as my motivation. He'd sit there in his little rocker as I worked out every day, committing to that and committing to the life that I was going to have with him. And since then, I've just gotten stronger and stronger. and I'm never going to stop because I love this community, I love the support, and it's now become a part of my life that I look forward to each and every single day, and I never knew if I was going to find that again. So thank you guys for listening to my story, and I hope that you make the decision to commit to yourself because you are worth it.